back in Myrtle Beach at the beautiful Barefoot Resort. Barefoot is unique because it has...
Again, April 13, 2000, we were the only facility nationwide to open up 4 golf courses simultaneously. Obviously water all down the left-hand side and a couple little pop bunkers that'll tease you if you get too tricky.
And when you get done playing the Sharks golf course here in Myrtle Beach, you're going to be hungry looking for a great meal. Hi again, everybody. Welcome to Inside Golf, presented by Susquehanna Bank and Wealth Management. I'm Harry Donahue, and we're back in Myrtle Beach at the beautiful Barefoot Resort. Barefoot is unique because it has 4 different golf courses designed by 4 of the most renowned golf course architects in the world. Pete Dye, Davis Love III, Greg Norman, and Tom Fazio. I'll be back with the Director of Marketing and Assistant Golf Professional, Rich Bartram. He's going to be our tour guide as Inside Golf takes a look at Barefoot.
Inside Golf, presented by Susquehanna Bank. Susquehanna Bank, doing what counts. By Club Champion, better fit, lower scores. Now open in Ballackinwood. By Southwest Greens, the Pro Knows. And by the Philadelphia Section PGA, experts in the game and business of golf.
Defining a target, realizing a dream. Susquehanna Bank can help you get your plans off the ground. Whether you're sending kids to college or doing something special for yourself. Susquehanna's financial advisors are worth talking to. We can help you find the smartest way to borrow money and save money in the process. Susquehanna Bank, doing what counts for dreamers like you. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Welcome back to Inside Golf, presented by Susquehanna Bank and Wealth Management. I'm Harry Donahue, along with Rich Bartram, Director of Marketing, Assistant Golf Professional here at the Barefoot Resort in North Myrtle Beach. 4 great golf courses, as I mentioned at the top of the show. 4 world-renowned golf course architects, but also a little history was made here at Barefoot. Rich, back on April 13, 2000. Tell us about it.
Exactly. Again, April 13, 2000, we were the only facility nationwide to open up 4 golf courses simultaneously.
I mean, imagine the logistics. I mean, most times for one golf course, they get it done on time when everybody thought it was going to be done is one thing, but to get 4 on the very same day, that's a lot of cooperation.
I think that's just a testament to what our ownership and management had to deal with, and you can see what it's become.
Wow, unbelievable. Okay, we mentioned the 4 architects, Davis Love, Pete Dye, Greg Norman, and Tom Fazio. We're on the first tee here at the Fazio course, but there are 2 other holes that we're going to, in particular, concentrate on this side. Hole number 5, it's a par 4, 440, and you look at it from the tee box. Visually, I'd say, and for most golfers, a little imposing when you see all those fairway bunkers waiting for you out there.
It is. It's pretty intimidating. It doesn't look like you have very much room to hit a tee shot into the fairway.
Where am I going to put it, right?
Exactly. But the biggest thing is just poke one out there in the fairway. So you have, it's going to be a long to mid-hybrid club into the green from where you're standing. It's an elevated green. Precision is required to hit the green in 2.
Yeah, second time around, I think you're going to realize on that tee shot you have a lot more room right center than you would first think when you give it the eye test.
You do.
Talk about when you get up to around the green, and this green will slope dramatically from back to front, doesn't it?
Back to front, there's a pretty deep face bunker guarding the right front portion of the green. So depending upon where the pin location is that day, you want to make sure you avoid that at all costs.
Yeah, well, we saw a few of the lady golfers out there who made some pretty nice shots, getting it pretty close to the hole and making their putts. All right, let's go to the backside now, Rich. Number 13, another par 4, not quite as long as number 5. It's 360 yards. It looks pretty much straight away from the tee, and then all of a sudden you realize you look left, and there's another green sitting over there. So Mr. Fazio gave you the option of 2 greens. What do you think he was thinking about when he did that?
I think when he originally had his design, it was just what the land presented to him, and he took full advantage of it and created a a hole that gave us a number of options to choose from.
Now, originally, where there's a waste area in front of that green on the left, it was water, correct? But now it's basically just sand and some high grass.
Well, we did that more from a playability standpoint. A lot of people hit it in the water, especially
hole's
on the
tough
left
enough,
side.
huh?
Exactly. So we did give it an option, a water hazard option that they can get into if they chose to play out of it.
Now, the obvious question is, who decides whether you're going to be playing from the left or the right green?
Dependent upon play, typically during the middle of the week when we're slower, at our slower times, we have it on the left-hand side, give the players a challenge. And then on the weekends, when place of play is an issue, we tend to make it easier for the players and put the pin on the right-hand green.
All right, that's our brief look at the Fazio 18 here at Barefoot. What do you say we move on over to the Greg Norman 18? And Rich, we're going to start off on the back nine with 2 holes. I guess number 10 you could consider to be your signature hole, even though it's a par 3.
Then number 10 is where your round really gets jump started. The last 7 of the 9 holes are right along the waterway, 10 being the first. Signature hole for the golf course. It's a great par 3 downhill. The green is encompassed right into the bank of the waterway there. It's a pretty daunting tee shot from up above.
I was going to say the only safe shot really, as you look at it, is right down the middle, because you got to the left the hills and it's high grass. To the right, you got the intercoastal waterway. You want to hit it straight away. Your straight shot. You don't want to play around. You want to go right at it.
If there's any bailing out, it's going to be long left, and even then, so you have a tough up and down.
Talk about the depth of this green. It's a long, narrow green, maybe, what, 40 to 45 yards from front to back?
48 yards measured
48.
from front to back, so depending upon where the pin location, it could easily be a 3-4 club win.
And when we were out there today, it looked like the prevailing wind was in the golfer's face. So it's at least 1, maybe 2 club differential sometimes.
For sure. The predominant wind always is in your face, which does leave you for a mid to long iron shot, regardless of the day or even pin.
And on some days, you can even get a glimpse of Mr. Norman's restaurant right across the street or across the waterway from this hole. So it's really something.
Exactly.
Let's jump ahead from the signature hole, the par 3 10th, to the closing hole. Number 18 on the Norman, par 5, plays anywhere from 550 to a little more than 500 yards off the tee. And here, for most of the golfers probably, it's going to be actually a double dog leg, isn't it?
It is a dog leg. For most golfers, it's a 3-shot hole. All you want to do off the tee box is to get it in play. For the longest of hitters, they can cut off the far left-hand corner, leaving them a short to mid-iron in to the green on their second shot. But nonetheless, obviously, fairway is premium on this hole, especially with your third shot into the green.
Third or second shot for the better golfers, and you have that little waste area, little marshland right in front of the green that's going to make you think, if you have a chance at going for it in 2, well, maybe take an extra club.
Makes you think twice. That and the deep face bunker in front of the green too catches a lot of stray shots.
Yeah, the depth of that bunker in some parts looks like it's maybe 5 or 6 feet.
It is pretty deep.
Yeah, and he has a generous runoff area basically on 3 sides of this green too.
He does. The overall golf course, Norman did a bump and run philosophy in his course design.
I was going to say, what do you think is the noticeable difference between the 2 that we talked about, the Fazio and the Norman?
Fazio pretty much mapped his golf courses with the bunkers in mind. He routes his golf courses with the bunkers. Norman is more flat. There's only 60 acres of mowable grass on the Norman course, with a lot of his defense is obviously the waste areas.
So elevation-wise, here on the Fazio, where we're standing on the first tee, a little bit of a variation compared to the Norman.
Exactly,
18.
a lot more elevation changes on the Fazio course versus the Norman, where it's more flat, very reminiscent of a desert-style golf course.
2 other courses, though, we're going to be talking about with Rich here at Barefoot. One of them designed by the legend Pete Dye, and the other by our Ryder Cup captain, Davis Love III. More with Rich and Barefoot at North Myrtle Beach as Inside Golf presented by Susquehanna Bank and Wealth Management continues in a moment. And when you get done playing the Sharks golf course here in Myrtle Beach, you're going to be hungry, looking for a great meal. The Shark has his Australian grill, and Scott Grau is the manager. What is so special about Greg Norman's Australian grill?
Greg's Norman has the best seafood, the best steaks anywhere in town here. I'll tell you, you can tell the ambiance, the food, everything around the place. You can see the video, look around, everybody's happy. They absolutely love the place. We get the local following. We also get all the tourists that come in, all the golfers come in. It's just a great atmosphere, as you can see, the best seafood, best steaks in town. No competition anywhere on this beach. This is the best.
Talk about the atmosphere. We're out here along the Intercoastal Waterway, the sights, the sounds. You got a little entertainment. You got tables outside. You got a little bar area. You have everything wrapped up in one neat little package here.
Absolutely. Like I said, if you look around, people are happy. I got entertainment 7 days a week throughout the summer. Wintertime, we'll have it throughout the weekend. We do seat outside throughout the winter. We put some heaters out there. We have the fireplace. There's no better place on the beach to eat and just more or less hang out, even if you just want to have a drink.
So when you come to Myrtle Beach and you play the Norman course at Barefoot, like I say, just literally across the Intercoastal Waterway, Scott Grau and the Australian Grill. Thanks, Scott.
Thank you. Have to take care of y'all. Come see us.
At this moment, across the country, families are packing their bags for a getaway. And no matter where they end up, they'll all be home by dinner. Plan your own at playgolfamerica.com. From finding fun and affordable programs to finding advice from PGA and LPGA professionals, playgolfamerica.com has a way for you to get away. Visit today for details. playgolfamerica.com, your link to the game.
Just about every golf course you play, you're being asked to replace your ball marks on the green. Well, here at Barefoot, just in case you don't do it, they have somebody that does. Every morning, in addition to cutting the greens and sweeping the greens, they have a member of the grounds crew that goes around and actually has a piece of equipment that repairs ball marks on the green. Once again, just in case you don't. Welcome back, Inside Golf, presented by Susquehanna Bank and Wealth Management continues. Today we're at the Barefoot Resort in North Myrtle Beach. Rich Bartram is our tour guide, so to speak. Rich, Director of Marketing, Assistant Golf Pro. We've moved over now to the Die course here at Barefoot. We are standing on the 6th hole. It's a par 3. And as we look out there, Rich, I see nothing but problems. What's going on here?
It's a pretty daunting task you have set forth of you. Water down the far right-hand side. Definitely no place really to bail out. Bunkering all up on the left-hand side. Pretty much the safest play would just be to get it up short part of the green right there. Get yourself a 2-putt and get out of here with a par.
Yeah, you talk about the bunkers that we can see on the left side, but you also have this bunker that almost runs virtually from the tip of the tee all the way to the front of the green. It's like, is that a waste area or considered bunker?
It's a waste area.
Okay, so you can ground your club there, huh?
You can ground your club. You can ground your club, and not a lot of room to miss. Definitely don't want to go long. The water comes in the back there. You got your staple die design with the railroad ties along the side there.
We can see those, yeah. This is quite a massive tee ground, too. You have a lot of options for moving the tee boxes around.
It is. All 4 of our golf courses have 5 sets of tees, so we can accommodate all players of all skill levels.
Rich, while we're standing here on this number 6 green, this would be a good time to talk about what's been done here at Barefoot over the last couple of years with the greens at all 4 courses. Quite a transition.
It is. Starting last spring, we started the tedious conversion restoration process from bent grass greens that we had originally on all 4 golf courses to Champion Ultradorf. It's a more indigenous grass to the area, something that we can withstand better playing conditions consistently throughout the year.
So now it's going to be available on all 4 of the courses here at Barefoot.
Second week of September, we'll have all 4 installed and completely renovated. And
guaranteed to make every 10-footer?
Guaranteed to make every 10-footer.
That's what I wanted to know. Rich, we've made our way over to number 18 here at the Die course at Barefoot, and this being a Pete Dye design, and number 18, how about the fact that it resembles another very famous Dye 18th hole?
Very similarly. You look out there, it's very reminiscent of the stadium golf course, TPC Sawgrass, where they play the Players' Championship each year.
No room on the left to go except if you want to get wet. And down there, of course, they have some trees up the right side. Here he has those fairway bunkers.
More times than not, you bite off a little bit too much on the left-hand side, you're going to pay for it. Best option here is just to play out to the right-hand side. Obviously, the more you cut off, the lesser of an approach shot you're going to have. But you get up by the green complex, very narrow green, obviously water all down the left-hand side, and a couple little pond bunkers that'll tease you if you get too tricky.
I don't know how many years ago, but the Canadian Tour had an event here, and a well-known guy went on to win a green jacket by the name of Mike Weir, set the course record
Still
here.
has
What
the
did he
course
shoot?
record to this day. Has shot a 64 out here. Which
64, and he's not a particularly long hitter. What's it play from the tips?
From the tips, it's the Canadian Tour tees were set up just around, just over 7,200 yards. So Mike Weir, like you said, is not a very long hitter, so that was a pretty good score that day.
64 any length's a pretty good score.
Especially on a die course layout.
Well, Rich, from the tee box to the green here at the closing hole, number 18 on the die course, we told you about the similarities that this hole has to number 18 at the TPC Sawgrass. And at its widest point, or narrowest point, it's about, what, 15 paces. For half the green, it kind of widens out a little bit, sort of like an hourglass-shaped design.
Exactly. It's narrow to start, and then it gets wider as you go back, obviously. Multiple places where we can put the pin.
Sure, and as you mentioned walking over here, he puts a little bunker off here to the right side as you look at it from the fairway, and you think, well, when does that come into play? Well, it does come into play when you realize there's a lot of green right behind that thing.
There's a method to his madness. There's no doubt about that.
He always manages to create a little bit of a havoc for most golfers. Now, before we leave Barefoot Rich and say goodbye to you, we want to talk about the Davis Love III design course. Not open for another couple weeks, but talk in general terms about it. Is it similar to what we've seen with the other three?
It's got its own design and characteristic features. Obviously, as with all the other golf courses here, a little different in their regards. Very generous open fairways. He reminisced his green complexes very similar to a Pinehurst number 2. A lot of turtleback greens, a lot of runoffs. Obviously, accuracy is a premium in your shot making into the greens.
So as we mentioned, because of the transformation on the grasses, on the greens, that's the final course to be done in that 2-year project?
That is our last course.
And it will be reopening sometime when? In the next month, September, right?
Second week of September is when we have it slated to open.
Okay. And give people an idea of what's available in terms of groups coming down, stay and play. What are some of the options here at Barefoot?
Well, being that Myrtle Beach is the golf capital of the world, we have golf destinations, golf accommodations here for people on site. Stay and play packages are probably our most popular. Our biggest draw would probably be our 3-night, 4-round stay. Gives you an option to play all 4 of the golf courses. And you can inquire more about that at www.barefootgolfications.com.
Easiest way to get in touch with the folks at Barefoot. And when you do, come on down. Rich, you're going to be there, right? 7 days a week waiting to greet everybody from the Philadelphia area.
Be here checking you in on the weekends.
Maybe giving you a golf tip or
go.
two. Hey, Rich, thanks a lot for being our tour guide today. What a fantastic facility you have here at Barefoot.
Pleasure having you come out, and hope you guys can experience what we have to offer here.
We have to go home, but boy, it's not because we want to leave Barefoot. You know, you come to Myrtle Beach and you run into a guy from Dunmore, Pennsylvania, Danny Carter. Danny, we ran into you up at Jack Frost National. Here we are at Myrtle Beach.
Yep, run into you again.
Life's pretty good for you, huh?
Can't beat it. Can't beat it. Love
How
it
do
down here.
you compare this course? Now you're playing the Norman
Yep.
course here at Barefoot. How do you compare that to some of the courses back home?
A little bit tougher. These down here are different greens, different style greens, different grasses, but aesthetically they're all pretty much the same. They compare very well to it.
And the weather's a little better sometimes.
A little
isn't
bit
it?
better. I can golf down here in January, February, and March. Back there, you're not golfing.
There you go. Well, Danny, good to see you. Again,
Great.
I don't know where we're going to cross paths again, but guaranteed it'll be on a golf course.
Are we going to Arizona next? All right.
And as this fellow tees off here at Barefoot, we're going to take a break and be back with our own teed-off panel on Inside Golf, presented by Susquehanna Bank and Wealth Management.
It's time light beer got some character. 99 calories, 100% authentic lager. Yingling Light Lager from America's oldest brewery. Rethink your light beer.
Guests of Inside Golf enjoy dining at Sin Sin, the popular Asian fusion restaurant located on Germantown Avenue in the heart of scenic Chestnut Hill.
And now it's time for Teed Off, brought to you by Yingling, America's oldest brewery.
It's not hot and humid. I play more golf in October.
Welcome back. Inside Golf, presented by Susquehanna Bank and Wealth Management, continues with our Teed Off segment. Today we're at Steppies in East Narden, right on Swede Road. We're at the Patio Bar, and what an addition this has been to Steppies. Our panel includes Joe Kerrigan, for years a Major League pitching coach and manager of the Boston Red Sox for a short period. Joe Logan is from myphillygolf.com, and Tony Leodora is the host of Golf Talk Live, heard every Saturday morning, WNTP 990 AM at 7 o'clock. You know, guys, here we are approaching Labor Day. I mean, the summer season, everybody says, comes to an end. We got football beginning, college football, high school, pros. Baseball is getting ready for the final month. And everybody, I don't know if it's real or imagined or what, Tony, but does it also mean for a lot of people the end of the golf season, and why?
For a lot of people it is, and there was a time in my life way back when I thought so too, but we all learn and get smarter, and we realize that best time of golf in Philadelphia area, especially down the shore of the Poconos, after Labor Day. It's awesome, and for those who are putting their clubs away that early, they're missing it.
Well, you know, as somebody that goes to the shore a lot, Joe, after Labor Day, the crowds are down, I'd say 90%. I mean, the Saturday after Labor Day weekend, there's like, you can count the number of people on most beaches. Is it the same with golf courses? Is that your experience? I mean, have people packed them up and said, see you next spring, or what?
It doesn't drop off like the shore, but it does drop off. But I agree totally with Tony, which is a shocking development unto itself that I agree with Tony. But October is the best month of golf in around Philadelphia. The courses are always in fabulous shape. The weather is ideal. It's not hot and humid. I play more golf in October most years than just about any month.
Joe, you spent a lot of time in Florida with baseball, played a lot of golf down there. Do you agree with Joe, though, in this section, where you're a native of Philadelphia area, golf in the fall months is as good as it gets?
It's probably, for the people in the baseball industry, it's the only time we get to play golf, in October and November. And he's right, it's beautiful. And the other thing I love about it, not only the courses are in great shape, but usually you can play around at 3.5, 345 with a foursome. There's no waiting. You have almost a course to yourself, especially when you go out during the weekday, maybe 12, 1 o'clock, you can play in 3.5 hours.
How about, though, some of the impediments of golf as it gets into the fall, like the leaf ball and the sun? The glare of the sun is as bad as it ever is, I think, in the fall. Would you agree with that low sun?
Yeah, that's true, especially when you play later in the afternoon and the sun does go down about 4:30, 4:45. Maybe the last hour, an hour and a half you're playing. It's tough to track the ball also when the sun gets down low on the horizon like that.
Are you a leaf ball guy, Joe?
Oh, yeah, if I'll look upwards of a full second and a half. If I don't find it, it's to clear the leaf ball and onward and upward.
You know, you mentioned the impediment, an important one for our friends down at Myrtle Beach who have done a lot of marketing of fall golf lately. People up here need to know one thing. Those courses overseed in the fall. So you've got to get the overseed schedule when you call down there. You don't want to go down right after they've done their overseeding.
So call the course or whatever
call,
and find out.
And when you can juggle around that, doesn't get better than fall in Myrtle Beach. Wow.
The other thing, the impediment is daylight. I mean, you don't get as much daylight unless you're going to Sweden or something like that, and then you'd have to shovel off the snow. But is that that's not a problem for you?
No, not really. You know, I belong to Bluebell, and you'll see a lot of seniors go out, and they'll carry their own bag during the winter. It's like an exercise for them. You know, they do it maybe 2-3 times a week, and it could be anywhere from 35 to 45 degrees. And I see a bunch of guys out there teeing off at 10, 11, 12 o'clock, carrying their own bag. It's a great form of exercise for the senior golfer.
All right, Ellen's at the bar, and she has somebody with a question for Joe Kerrigan about sports in the fall.
Thanks very much, Harry. They're having a blast here at the bar. And joining us now is Kelly Gorman of Maple Glen. Kelly, what is your question for Joe Kerrigan?
My question for Joe is, what do you prefer in the fall, golf or baseball?
I love golf, Harry, as you know, but there's no more fun as an athlete, as a former athlete, as a coach, than playing fall baseball. especially in the playoffs and into the World Series. I've been there a few times, and it is a lot of fun. It is totally different than the rest of the regular season. There's such a rush to being in that situation, and you only experience it a few times in your life, so really enjoy it.
Somehow I thought he was going to give that answer. Thanks, Joe. Thanks, Joe. Thanks, Tony. Inside Golf continues with more in just a moment.
Teed Off has been taped at Steppe's Sports Bar and Grill at Vicenda Whitaker Lanes. Now featuring outside dining and bar where smoking is permitted. Steppe's Sports Bar and Grill, a place where fun people meet.
Early mornings, late nights, and way too many takeout dinners. Running a business takes energy, determination, and sacrifice. And whether you're a startup, well-established, or somewhere in between, the people of Susquehanna Bank have the knowledge to help you succeed. From cash management solutions to the benefits of local loan decisions, we help keep your business moving ahead. Susquehanna Bank, doing what counts for businesses like yours. Member FDIC.
Hi, this is Mike Shady with Club Champion Philadelphia, the new premium club fitting studio right here in Ballackinwood, located on 1 Presidential Boulevard, right near City Line Avenue. What most golfers tend to forget is that 40% of all their strokes are done on the putting green. So it's very important that we get a putter that's custom fit for your particular stroke, because not only are strokes unique, but the actual putter shapes are unique as well, from the traditional one like this Scotty Cameron right here to this ultra high-tech one from Odyssey. So let's kick it back to our experts at Club Champion, and we'll talk about getting a putter that's custom fit for you.
Hi, my name is Nick Sherburn with Club Champion Golf. In today's segment, we'll be talking about putter fitting. Putter fitting is very important, as putting does account for 40% of your strokes on the golf course. Many people don't think about putter fitting. They just grab the putter off the shelf and they go. Here in our putter fittings, we use the Science in Motion, or better known, SAM technology, for our putter fittings. What the SAM does is it uses ultrasound to measure 28 data points of the stroke to determine what putter is proper for you in your stroke. Some of the different points that the SAM is going to use is it's going to tell you, should you be a mallet? Should you be a blade? Should you have offset in your putter? Should you not have offset in your putter? What length putter you should be using? What loft and lie? What putter grip you should have? So if you are in the market for a new putter, I cannot stress enough how getting properly fitted on technology like the SAM can help your game. Having a putter that works with your stroke and not against your stroke will allow you to make more putts and be more confident on the greens.
For more golf course tours, swing tips, and deals on greens fees, check out the new teeitupphilly.com.
Well, that's going to do it for this week's edition of Inside Golf from here in Myrtle Beach. Our thanks to Rich Bartram and his staff here at beautiful Barefoot. 4 beautiful golf courses, and for more on Barefoot and golf in Myrtle Beach, go to our InsideGolf.net website. Well, I'm going to just chill out, enjoy some of the southern comfort here at Barefoot. And remember, no matter how bad it's going for you, don't pick up. We'll see you next time on Inside Golf, presented by Susquehanna Bank and Wealth Management. See ya.
Inside Golf, presented by Susquehanna Bank. Susquehanna Bank, doing what counts. By Club Champion, better fit, lower scores. Now open in Ballackinwood. By Southwest Greens, the Pro Knows. And by the Philadelphia Section PGA, experts in the game and business of golf.